Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I will be focusing on making the lower solid engine mount. Now I do have this exact same setup, just with these two bushings replaced with polyurethane. Now they are really nice, but I still want to go with the solid. So what I've done here is I've completely disassembled everything. Here are the two pins that the bushings go into. This is connecting to the subframe. This is where the bushings sit, and this connects to the engine. Now what I will be keeping these bolts, these two pieces, and these two. This I'll just be using reference so I can make my own. Meaning I don't need all of this space, so I'll just be making something more simple, such using the steel. I will be using two steels like this, and then reinforcing it with diagonal bars. And then I'll just weld them right here and drill a hole. Now this I can basically throw in the trash. But what I will be doing is I'll be taking this piece right here, welding it to this piece so I can still have a bolt in it. And I'll be doing the same thing with this piece and welding it to here. Now there's already a piece right here, but if you look closely, you can see it is not fully welded. Even this side, it's not welded. So I'll just be welding this fully along with this piece. I will continue to weld those two pieces, and then I will start making this piece right here. Alright, so I've welded the little screw holders, or the bolt holders, in each of this. I've also welded up this piece all the way around. Well, actually not all the way around, because all the way in that area right there I can't reach, but it will still hold. It's still good. So now that this is welded up, this is going to be towards the front of the car and this is towards the rear of the car. So what I'm just going to do, instead of having this big piece, which is it is heavy, but I'm just going to make a simpler one. So what I'll be using is this little steel here and connecting these two like so. I did mark some holes before taking out the bushings, just so I have a reference. And if we line this up like so, this is how it should look like. Even if we line this up, there we go, this is lined up. Next I'll just make another plate right to the other side and weld them together. I will be welding two pieces in between them, like diagonally, just so airflow has a much better time flowing through. Since I don't want to weld it like this, I would want to weld it like so, just for better aerodynamics. But so far I'll get started on making another one of these plates and drilling out these two holes. Then I will just compare the distance between these two, cut another piece, measure the diagonal length of here, weld them up, clean them up, and hopefully it will be in the car. But as you know, they are look disgusting, so I will clean them up, paint them, and hopefully it will look pretty nice. Alright, so jumping ahead a bit, I've already fabbed up the two. Hold on, let me put this aside. Alright, cool. So moving ahead, I fabbed up these 2 points right here. These are the one that connect to the subframe, and the one that connects to the actual transmission. I fabbed them up, I've drilled them out. As you can see here, everything's installed. The only thing that I'm missing is I still need to have some supports back here. Right here, I'm going to put one here, I'm going to put a smaller one back here, just to make it more stable and to not have it move from side to side. So what I came here to do, I got my measuring tape, and I just want to measure how, hold on, sorry about that. I just want to measure how thick this is right here. And as you can see, this is about around an inch, like 2 inches and 75. Same, well, this is actually an inch. This is 2 inches and a half. Looks like it goes wider to, looks like 275. Now let's measure the length, which is 2 inches, and this part right here. I actually want to measure this part right here. So it's 2 inches and then 1 inches. Okay, so now that I have my measurements, I'm going to cut out more steel and fab something up right here. I'll be back in that. Back at the car after I've completely fabbed up these two pieces, which can fit. Looks like I need to shorten this one just slightly. That's okay. And then this one as well, the 1 incher that's going to go. Look at that. I made this too short. I'm gonna have to remeasure that. That's fine. I've also grounded down this nut right here so I can weld it onto this plate, just making installation easier. But okay, now that I've made some corrections, I'm going to have to grind this down just slightly, and I'm going to extend this piece right here. That's okay, it happens. I'll be back. Skipping ahead maybe around 20-30 minutes, I've grounded up these down to make them fit, and I've also tacked them up, these two pieces. I've also tacked up this nut right here. Now I just want to remove absolutely everything, and then to fully weld it, then paint it, and hopefully it all works nicely. Oh, also the only thing I want to do is, like if you can see here, 1 second, I just want to round up these edges right here, just so they don't appear as squarish. But pretty much that's the only thing that I need to do, and then I'll catch you then. See you then. And here we are looking at the final product. I still want to paint it, and yeah, I just want to paint it pretty much, and then I can install it. I did round up the edges so they're not all sharp, and here it is compared to the original piece. So here's mine one, here's the original one. This one's definitely quite heavy. This one's like maybe a pound, maybe a pound. This one's maybe like 2-3 pounds. So it's definitely not a huge difference, but it's definitely a difference nonetheless. I'm just gonna paint all of this, and then I'm gonna install it back in the car. And here we are looking at the final product. Installed already, and it looks absolutely spectacular. I am really happy that I finally got rid of those bushings. I can't wait to test it out. Now that it's completely solid, there's no more bushings, so I'm really happy with it. Alright, I'm really happy with it. Alright, so since now I finished the lower engine mount, I can move on to finishing, or to actually starting, these two, either these two. I'm probably going to start off with this one right here, since it is the easiest one to access, versus this one I do have to take out the inverter. But that's going to be for another video. But for right now, I'm going to conclude this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.